Good morning, everyone, wherever you're calling from. I'm connecting from Longmont, Colorado, and I'm a live event host for Humanities Team. And also, I do meditations. I teach meditations. I do a oneness meditation for, hi there. Thanks for being on camera, Michelle. I do a oneness meditation that I just started last month, and I do that live streamed on Facebook and going to be on YouTube. And just a little bit about me. In 2020, I was diagnosed with cancer and was able to heal myself. And so now I'm just all about helping others stay healthy and connect deeply with their spirit for healing. So thank you for the heart. Oh, I love your background, Deb. That's gorgeous. And I'd like to introduce my technical support and emotional support, Garth Catterall. Would you
Greetings.
like would you like to talk about yourself a little bit?
I live near Salem, Oregon. I've been with Humanities Team for about 10 years.
Well, so glad you're here.
I love working with Charissa.
Yeah, we haven't got to work with each other as much because we used to do the Stream Plus walkthroughs every Friday, and now we stopped doing it. So, but we get once a month and a few calls here and there. So it's always great to catch up. All right.
And we're
Well,
going into Global Oneness Summit season, so we'll see a lot of each other then.
yes, yes. And I hope you all can make it to the Global Oneness Summit. It's going to be amazing. The art and science of living consciously. Now, Deb, I was wondering if you'd like to share a little bit about yourself. You're connecting from Boston? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I'm from Boston, and I actually also had cancer. Um,
Oh,
I had lung cancer, and I'm now almost 6 years cancer free. So yeah, I mean, I did not totally heal myself. I did end up having half a lung removed, but I have done a lot of work on myself to heal the issues that I think might have caused the cancer. So anyway, and I'm just working on trying to improve myself and, learning everything I can. So I saw this earlier today, and actually I'm recovering from a virus too. So I did a healing session on myself earlier. I went for a walk to get some fresh air, and now I'm here to continue my healing journey for the day.
oh, that's amazing.
Dang, fresh air is good medicine.
It is good medicine. And I'm feeling healed by your picture. The heart in the sand and like the sun. I mean, I think it looks like sunset and the ocean. It just like makes me feel relaxed. And I did want to say something about the surgery that you had. It's all a blessing, it's all healing. And we can have the surgery and heal or not have the surgery and heal. Our bodies are just so amazing. And I think whatever path that you've been on is perfect, and it's all divinely unfolding. So I just wanted to mention that, you know. Um, yeah. I know
Thank you
many
so much.
people.
Yes.
Yeah, does that feel good to you?
Can I share something else real
Yes.
quick then? Well,
Yes.
actually, I do agree because I had the surgery, and I have some health limitations because of that. I was able to quit my toxic job, and all sorts of positive things have happened since then. So
Oh my
yes, I agree. I agree. Yes.
Oh my God, that's so, see, you're seeing the gift in that situation, which is even more profound. It's like, and that's part of the energy of this week too, and we'll go into that deeper. So, Michelle, I noticed that you came off camera. Would you like to share a little bit about where you're connecting from?
I am connecting from Connecticut. I'm in Norwalk, Connecticut. I'm just trying to get this to, there you go. That's better. From Norwalk, Connecticut. And I'm a massage therapist. And I've been meditating for about 3 years. So I saw this on the Humanities team. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Awesome.
Good
Well,
choice.
wonderful. I'm so happy that you are both here because it gives me purpose. So, and I get to serve you, and then whoever else comes back to listen to the recording. So I really appreciate both of you. Because right before this, Garth and I were talking about, well, what do we do if no one comes? And he's like, okay, we'll play Parcheesi. And I was thinking, I don't know Parcheesi, but maybe you can teach me. So anyway, but maybe another time, Garth, we'll do that. And so we're going to be doing a meditation, but I'm going to be talking a lot. And if you'd like to participate, I would love that. And I already feel your open energy, so that's really wonderful. So I'm going to be talking about the energies of the day and the time. And I'll be sourcing a few resources. You know, I don't normally talk about astrology. Garth knows this. I'm not an astrologer, but my intuition was telling me, you have to tell them, you have to share, because this could be important and helpful. And it all kind of ties in together. So I talk about the gene keys, Mayan cosmology. Those are the two things that I like to focus on, because otherwise I think I'd make myself crazy if I did astrology too. I'm like, oh my God, there's too many things. You know, but they all have value, and they're all so important. And I think they're just give us energy. They give us like insights, and can help us get momentum of whatever path that we're on right now, whatever we're choosing to focus on. So another topic is setting intentions. So I'll be going into that as well. And I was just curious if either of you had any intentions that you brought to this workshop today, or if you would like to make one up right now, or you can write some things down, whatever you'd like to share. If you'd like to share an intention, we can talk about that. Yeah, go ahead.
And then it actually this year I had joined a Power of 8 group with Lynn McTaggart.
Oh.
And so we do intentions each week. In fact, tonight's the night that we'll all meet, and we'll do intentions for each other, which has been amazing, really amazing. You know, we do like 2 or 3 people a night, which is fantastic. And it's amazing to do for people, but also to have all these people intending for you. It's just amazing. But I guess for today, my biggest intention is I'm really working on trying to, I'm working on cultivating my intuition and possibly some mediumship or some channeling. Like, I'm open to all of that. I haven't actually experienced it yet, but I've been working towards it. And so my intention's always to open up the channels and try to become a more clear vessel and learn as much as I can. And so that's basically my intention for today.
Well, I love that intention. And before we talk about that a little bit, I was wondering if you could share just a little bit about Lynn McTaggart and the Power of 8. And Deb, do you know about Lynn McTaggart and the Power of 8? Oh, okay. Okay, never mind then. She already knows.
She's amazing, but good. I'm glad you know. I'm glad.
Okay. No, I'm so glad that you know, because she's such an incredible I like how she brings research to spirituality and healing, and then it just brings validity to spirituality and the power of eight people or more. She has her research have been shown if everyone comes together with the same intention and we're coming together, there's research for prayer, healing, meditation, all of that, then radical shifts can happen.
Mhm.
And yeah, and it's so funny because I even think, okay, this is my opinion. I haven't done research on it, but I even think it's less now because I feel like our power is expanding exponentially.
Mhm.
I feel like groups, no matter how small they are, have similar power, and if we believe it, then we can make it happen. So it's just rooted in our belief system and clearing blocks, and then having a pure intention, and also letting it go. Not having any attachment to the outcome is like a waterfall. It's like a river from the universe. When you set your intention with a pure heart, and then you just let it go, then the universe can help unfold whatever the people that you're supposed to meet and connect with, the groups, whoever, things start to really be synchronistic and magical. I have this word called maginicity. It's like synchronicity and magic together,
Oh, I like that.
Love it.
but it's really magic.
It is.
And so I just have a question for you and your intention. And by the way, I love your intention because this is really going to help you moving forward and expand, not only expand who you are, but I'm seeing like offerings, that expanding your offerings and helping your clients, with massage, but also little readings and
I hope
yeah,
so.
so the spirits are already there, like, oh, we're knocking, we're waiting. I do mediumship work. And so I think it's just a little bit of practice. This is what I think about psychic abilities, is because I have clients, so I do psychic readings, and all of a sudden mediumship just started coming. And so it's just interesting because the more you tap into that field of unconditional love, that's where that magic and mediumship and psychic abilities and the collective consciousness, Akashic records, all of that can come through you. And because it needs to come through a person, right? So that we can communicate to other people, whoever we're working with. But I also, and Garth probably has a lot to say about this because he's been at Humanities Team for like 10 years, but I've only been here a year, and I just love it so much. It is like a joy to work here and be with all these amazing spiritual teachers and Garth and all the people on our team. I mean, there's so much love. But the content, what I really wanted to say was the content on Stream Plus is so supportive for you in developing those gifts. So I mean, I can just like name a few right off the top of my head, but James Von Prague was coming to the front. Did you do his course yet?
I have done not on a new managed team. I did a course with him on the shift, but I definitely, and I follow him, and yes, so I'm very familiar with him, but I will do that. I will do that.
Okay. No, it's so good. I mean,
Okay.
and he's so encouraging, because you've had him before, because he's just like, anyone can, he kind of simplifies it
Yeah.
because he's just in it. But
Suzanne,
there's a truth to it, you know?
I love
Uh,
Suzanne as well.
Yep. So then you have that. And then Eben Alexander, Karen
Yep.
Noe.
Right.
So, and anyone else you can think of, Garth?
Well, there's a ton of
Yeah.
stuff by the person she mentioned, whose name now escapes me.
Suzanne Gieser,
Lynn
Yeah.
McTaggart.
Lynn McTaggart. Yes, there is
Oh,
too.
Lynn Taggart. Oh my gosh. See, she's even on there. Or, the great thing about Stream Plus is like you can search on the topic. So psychic abilities and then see. And I know you only have 10 hours in the day. You have to reserve 2 hours for you. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like it can like really like suck you in. So
Yes.
great. But that was what was coming to me for you. More than the other ones was James Von Prague.
James, okay.
Priority.
I will heed.
And, yeah, and so then the other thing I want to say about your intention is, and we're going to do a meditation too, and you can bring in your intention into your heart, is who do you need to become to be this open vessel to receive this psychic information? You can even ask God, whoever, the universe, whatever you believe in, who do I need to become? And really feel yourself and see yourself doing these readings and connecting with these other spirits. Was there any kind of fear or anything when you were a child about spirits?
Not so much spirits, but I was raised Roman Catholic, so I was afraid of God.
Okay. Because I was sensing a little bit of fear. That's the only thing I see blocking you.
Maybe, or fear of can I do it? Just stuff like so. That there is a little, I guess, yes, a little bit, so that I know I have to clear that as well.
Yeah. So that's so normal, because also not just from your upbringing of the church, but just society. I mean, think about all the scary movies, and also like, oh, the fear of God. And so just like this week especially is all about identifying those blocks and seeing them as a gift, and working through them and highlighting them in your life. So what I'm seeing is just like not just bulldozing forward and like doing these trainings, thinking about, because it's, oh my God, I'm just seeing this, like the sky opening up and the sun coming down on you. I didn't really intend this to be for a reading, but it just happened. So.
Thank you. Appreciate it so much. I really do. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all I wanted to say about your intention. And, there's a lot of other things you can do, like vision boards, writing it down, affirmations. But I think that, the main thing is baby steps, practice, and take James' course, look at the fear, see what you can do with that to transmute that. And you can also bring it up today in the meditation and see if it's ready to let go. I see a little bit's ready to let go. Like,
cool.
Like maybe like 25% or something.
All right.
Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, Deb, would you like to talk about, do you have an intention for today?
Yes, actually, I wrote mine down as we were talking. I was listening because
Oh,
it brought up. I definitely feel like I need to do some more healing with my inner child. I have a lot of fears from my childhood. I used to have nightmares all the time, and I was sexually molested. There's a lot of stuff back there. And so I've been doing a lot of work with my inner child, and I feel like it's also been preventing me from having the healthy reciprocal relationships I've been looking for, because I have major trust issues. So mostly I'm getting chills as I say that. So
yes.
I feel like my inner child just needs some more comforting and healing, and learn to trust myself so that I can trust others and find my soul tribe and find those reciprocal healthy relationships.
Wonderful. Yeah. along with that, in alignment with that, is like, what is love? So that's what's coming up. Like, what, because I feel like spirit gives you that, like the unconditional love, you know. But a lot of times through people, and then you have this abuse that happened. It can warp your sense of love, and that is so normal. And then then the trust comes up. Okay, and then like what really is love? And because is it associated with abuse? And do I let others walk all over me and that's how I show love? Or how can I transcend this and rise above it and see, okay, I'm always love. I am love. You are love. You are love. And Ushanatika Aya. Sorry, I'm just like channeling a little bit. So seeking it outside of you is, how do I say this? It's not going to be there because you are love. So you're exuding this like vibration of love, and then someone else in that vibration can come into your field once we work through those blocks. So like you're saying, the trust and everything, there's going to be people, the universe is trying to give you a gift, although it can be very painful, of working through, bringing that up to the surface so that you can love even more and more and more and move through it. But it's just, a little bit of transition. And, but I feel like you are there, and just feeling that you can trust yourself, and start to think about all the things when you did trust yourself, when you did follow through on your intuition. Was there something positive that happened? Like what you were talking about with the surgery you got out of that, it felt abusive, that job, because those patterns kept showing up so that you can wake up to the truth of who you are and the beauty and the love and all of that. So abuse is so challenging, and I suffered that as well. I think a lot of people have. I mean, the statistics are very high. And in other situations, where I blamed myself. So there was like guilt and shame. So sometimes there's trapped emotions that can cause cancer. And or other diseases, because it has to get out somehow. It has to. Sometimes they get like caught up in little tumors and things. So, but that's different for everyone, and that's just my opinion. I found that was my experience, that I had to deal with that in order to heal myself. That was my process. That I went through is to work through that trauma, bring those emotions to the surface, also energetically of that person. So another thing that was happening that I didn't even realize, I had pushed it down so far, was that person's energy had actually never left me, and it needed to get out. It needed to like leave my energetic space, which is something that I didn't even think about, because I was kind of like tough girl, like, oh, I not me, I'm not part of the Me Too, I just like whatever, that's them, and not seeing the oneness, not seeing that no, that actually happened to me, but not wanting to be the victim out there. But see, what I realized was through that story comes strength, and then you can be the victor. You can rise above it. So that was something interesting too. Let me just see, can I tune into you and see if there's
Oh, yes,
energy
sure.
from that
Yes,
abuse?
please. Mhm.
Oh yeah. So that's like the main thing that's blocking you is that person's energy, because they felt a lot of shame and they felt bad, so they're still with you. Um yeah. So 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 you can bring that up today if that feels right for you. How does that feel? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, sounds good to me. If that's what's blocking me, I'm willing to get rid of it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and it's going to be really beautiful. So that's amazing. So your intention, can you share your intention again?
I had written down healing my inner child so I can find my soul tribe and reciprocal relationships.
Yeah. So once that energy gets removed, then your inner child is going to trust more. So you can connect with your inner child easier because there's a little bit of a, block. They don't feel safe coming to you, loving, feeling your love. There's a trust with your inner child too. But as soon as that energy is gone, you can slowly connect with them. And then you can just start doing amazing things. I was working with a client the other day and just sending her inner child love. We were just both sending her love, to her heart. So, and eventually they'll come in and you can like stroke their hair, you can hold them. And then when they're ready, they can come into your heart because a lot of your childhood was stolen from you. And you need to have that joy um, and that child life back again.
Well, just to share, I did do a healing on myself yesterday and a lot came up about the abuse
Yes.
and who the person was and all that. So I feel like I do have some trust with her because I have been working with my inner child for a while. But I feel like maybe the final piece would be to release the person or
Yeah.
persons
Yeah.
that inflicted the trauma. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like two. Was it just one? It feels like two.
I'm not 100% sure, but I have a feeling it could be two different people.
Okay. It felt like two. Okay. Well, because I feel like, again, this is like what I was talking about with Michelle. You have done so much work. I feel like you've done everything. I mean, you have like worked so hard and now it's like it's time. It's just time. It's time to let this go, transmute this energy, and then move on to your life of freedom from this situation. And so I'm really, really excited for you because one of the things, and I think maybe you two can grasp this, but Michelle and Deb, this healing ourselves is so important. I mean, it's like, I feel like it's the most important thing that we can do on this planet in our lifetime because we are all like this wheel together. And when we heal, we help the wheel move faster and more efficiently and more smoothly. And it's like we're making a dent into the collective, into the collective fear, from repressed religions or from whatever, from media, from society, and then from the trauma, from the abuse. So that's why I'm so excited that your intentions that you brought in today were for healing. And it's just like so powerful. You're both on this path, and it's not an easy path. I mean, this is not like butterflies and rainbows. This is just like intense darkness, craziest. This is a path of the spiritual warrior, you know? It's like we got to dig up all the strength and courage that we can find to like keep doing it and keep moving forward. And then there's going to be moments of just joy and peace, and will be unexpected, and we'll start to just like experience things, and that just can only be explained by the inner peace that you have found inside your heart. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Does anyone have any comments?
Thank you so much for sharing all of that. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's my pleasure. So Garth is like jumping into the unknown with me because he never knows what I'm going to say.
Since you mentioned my name, I have a really short story to tell. About 25 years ago, I met a guy who wrote a book called The Intenders of the Highest Good. And he would come and sit with us at my house with about 10 of us every week for, I don't know how long we did this, at least 6 months. And we would all share our intentions and support each other. It was a very important part of my life.
And how long did you do that for?
Somewhere between 6 months and a year. I don't
that's
really
great.
remember.
Oh, that's great. So thank you for sharing, Garth. And, it's like Lynn McTaggart's group of
Right.
Power of 8. Well, now I would like to go into the energies of the time. So I'm going to be talking about gene keys first. So the gene keys, they're about a week time frame. So this gene key started yesterday, June 30th, and it goes into after 4th of July. So July 6th. And this is gene key 39. And you can go to, just out of curiosity, Michelle and Deb, are you familiar with the gene keys?
Somewhat, just not a lot, not a lot.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of it, so I'm
You never heard of
totally
it?
into it. No.
Yeah. So it's up to you, but you can get a free chart from there, and it gives you insight on, it's kind of like astrology, but I think a little bit deeper. So, and then you can tune into it and see if you resonate with it. And I get on their newsletter so that I know the energies of the time. So then it sends me a little recording, which is super inspiring. Like last week's gene key was stress moving towards stillness. So it was talking about stress and how we can become more still through our breath and presence. And it was so helpful for me having a stressful time to connect with that. So, and this one feels like a synchronicity because it's, with the 4th of July and the fireworks, this is the 39th gene key, a latent explosion. So it's moving from provocation, like obstacles, into dynamism and liberation and freedom, right? And that was like the Declaration of Independence and celebrating freedom. And so it was like really inspiring to me. And I'm so excited that you're here because then I get to share. And,
Is
and
it
yeah,
website? Is it just genekey.com or is it something?
with an S at the end.
Gene
Gene Key.
Keys.
Yeah,
GeneKey.com.
yeah.
Okay, great, great.
There's a
Thank you.
number. Yeah, you're welcome. And so what will unblock you and free up this week? So contemplate it and then act on this question and it will create a new flow in your life. So will you grow or will you wilt? So we grow through these obstacles. And as seekers, we want to find the source of our suffering. And that came up a lot today when I was talking with both of you about your intentions. So I really feel like it's in alignment. So the blockage, whatever the blockage is an area of focus for healing, something to move forward. Okay, I don't know why I'm visualizing this, but I just saw a horse jumping over one of those jumps. And so it's like it needs that obstacle, it needs that challenge to grow to new heights. And so we can see this happening in our lives. So, and he talks about that there's a couple types of blocks. I mean, I see more than that because, with my healing and psychic reading, I can see energies and people and things. But he says, and I'm talking about Richard Rudd, he is the creator of the Gene Keys, and it originated from human design. So there's blocks. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask how it coincides with human design. That's so it comes from that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And I don't really know human design that well, but I guess Richard started there and his theory evolved from that. So I feel like it's simpler for me to understand Gene Keys. It just makes sense to me. Human design, I mean, I think there's people that love it and then talk about it. And I feel like it's a little bit out of my league. But anyway, what do you think?
It is. It's complicated. It's definitely complicated. There's a lot of moving parts with it, with human design.
Yeah. And you know what? Gene Keys can be complicated. Look, once you start to study it, because you have your chart and then you have like these different paths and what is your purpose and what are you here to learn from? And so it can be, but what I like is just the energies of the time. I'm not always looking at my chart. I'll maybe look at my chart like once a year or something like that, if it makes sense. So do what do what works for you. But then there's other blocks like karmic events that happens. Those are things in the 3D world, where we think it's like the other people, but it's really something within us that is getting highlighted that we need to work on healing within ourselves, which I still get. Oh my gosh, I still get like hit by that a lot and forget about the oneness. But Humanities Team, they remind me for one, okay, there's no separation, blah, blah, blah. But in having that experience, it feels like that, but that's what can bring us back to this wholeness is recognizing, giving compassion and kindness, because realizing that other person is just another aspect of you that you need to dive in deeper and heal and everything. So let's see. Okay, so that's all I have to say about the Gene Keys right now. Does anyone else have anything to add about that, or how does that feel? It's moving from provocation, so obstacles, dynamism, like dynamite exploding, and then freedom, and then freedom. So those are the energies of this week. So how does that feel?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deb?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, and it's like whether you like to watch the fireworks or not, if maybe you watch a video, if you don't go out and watch them, and just see like your obstacles exploding and setting yourself free, and I think that'd be really fun,
Mhm.
on the 4th of July or whenever you watch the fireworks. I've already seen one show, but now I'm going to take this energy into the next show because I really like taking my kids to the fireworks. I think it's fun. Even though it's crazy, there's so many people. Okay, so then let's move on. Let's move on to Mayan cosmology. And again, I am not an expert in this, as Garth knows. I'm just looking up the energy of the day. So 1st of July is all about the number 2. And the gift is Tzl. I don't know how to pronounce it. TZ''L. So this is about the number 2 is representative of duality, polarity. So it also has a lot of strength. So it's said to be the number of lovers. It signifies relationships and also self-sacrifice. So it can lend itself to meditation and seeing both sides of the story. So I really like that because I think that can tie in to the obstacles, having compassion for the other person if you're having a conflict or whatever it might be and whatever they went through. And you never know, it could have been a past life that you both had together and then you had to resolve it in this lifetime. So this is about relationships. Oh my gosh, Deb, this is interesting. It can be strongly linked to trust and loyalty within relationships, and so you were talking about that. So, and it also has a wildness to it. So I guess they're saying it's a gift of I don't know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Anyway, so it has a possibility to live up to that, but then it also has the other side. So it's a duality of like fun, craziness, lawlessness, and then the other side of the container of being lawful, of the police and the judge, the jury, and playing by all the rules. So just figuring out where your relationships are in relation to that and how you can work more towards that trust and compassion. So that's all I wanted to say about Mayan cosmology, the energy of the day. And that I'll give the reference. It's 4 pillars. The 4 pillars is how I get these messages. Oh my gosh. And then another thing I need to bring up. Oh, does anyone have any comments about that?
Just that it's interesting.
It is interesting. I know. Yeah. Did you have something to say, Deb?
I was just going to say it's obviously very appropriate for what I was talking about.
I know,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's perfect.
Yes, definitely.
It's amazing. And it's like, so you're in alignment with that. So it's really great. So the other thing, did you want to say something, Garth?
Welcome to Daniel.
Oh, welcome to Daniel.
We just joined the call.
Oh, welcome. Yes, sorry, I didn't even notice. Okay, I mean, I see you. I honor you, and I'm glad you're here, Daniel. So, and you can go back and listen if you'd like, Daniel, to some of the things that we talked about. Now, another thing that I was told to bring up was some astrology. But I'm not going to talk about all the astrology of the time. I'm only going to be talking about Saturn. So Saturn's in retrograde, and here are some, and this is actually really in alignment with the Mayan cosmology, which kind of makes sense. Astrology and Mayan cosmology can line up sometimes. So this planet is going to be in retrograde in within the next 4 months. So what this time is for reflections, thinking about the past and decisions you made, looking at your goals or intentions, see if they align with your values, which, Daniel, Deb, and Michelle, we went over that, and I feel like your intentions are really aligned. And then reassess, are there any changes that you need to be proactive to make in your life to co-create what you really want? So it's not about, because we talked a lot about obstacles and how they're a gift and how we can use them to heal our lives, but we don't want to stay there too long, right? We don't want to focus on that. We just want to, boom, like that horse, get over that jump, and now we're going to live our best life. So it's not about wallowing in our sorrows, talking to other people about it, because that can just get us in a rut and change our identity into that like victim consciousness. No, we want to be free of that. We want to be free of that victim consciousness for this new world, this new reality to emerge. So, so that's all I had to say about that part of astrology. And Daniel, would you like to say anything? I'm happy to have you contribute if you'd like. Okay. That's fine. No worries. Okay. So any other comments before we go into our meditation? Okay. So when I do this meditation, it doesn't really give us much time to chat or anything. So I don't know. Feel free to reach out to me if you ever have any comments or anything. Garth, could you put my email, the Humanities team email? Feel free to reach out if you ever have any questions about anything, or if you want to comment about the meditation or anything else. Thank you, Garth, for helping with that. And Daniel, so did you have any comments or questions before we get into the meditation? Okay. Okay, great. So now if you'd like to go off camera, you can. It's up to you. But I would like you to close your eyes and get into a comfortable position. And then we will go into just getting into a comfortable position now, whether you're seated or standing, preferably not lying down, just staying connected to your body. I'm going to create a little bubble for our group. Gold amethyst bubble all around us. And now connect to your spirit, your soul, and say that you're in charge. You're in charge of this experience of your life moving forward. And you are all divinely protected during this meditation. Only light beings for our highest and best good may come into this healing and meditation. ascended masters, Akashic lords, any spirits, Jesus, Buddha, any goddesses that would like to help us come forward, help us during this meditation, help us heal our lives, give us encouragement and strength. Any animal totems, deer is coming in. Any animals that come to you, you can bring them in. Also, your spirit guides and any ancestors, only for your highest and best good. They may come in if they desire, if they like. And just take a deep breath in through the soles of your feet. Just visualizing white light as your breath coming in all the way up past your head. Holding that breath. And when you're ready, release. And really feel that release as your exhale, just letting go. Just letting go of what no longer serves you. And asking for help with letting go. Letting go of any energies or entities that are not serving you as you take another deep breath in. All the way up past your head. And we're going to let it go. And just see it getting transmuted to the earth, like little sparkles getting transmuted to the earth. That energy is not serving you. It's not helping you. Good, good. Any energy that's ready to let go, you may leave now. Any of the participants that are here or listening to the recording, you may leave now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, bringing up any fear. Any fear. Or sense of unworthiness. We're going to bring that up. Take a deep breath in. We're going to bring up those feelings as you breathe it in. And then letting go as soon as you come up past the head, past the crown chakra, we're going to let go of fear and unworthiness. You are worthy. Just feeling the fear leaving your body. However it wants to leave your body. Good. And now we're going to bring up distrust, not trusting ourselves, and unlove. Breathing in this distrust, unlove, going all the way up past the head, and then letting it go. And now we're going to bring in courage. As you take a deep breath in, I want you to breathe in courage. Feel it filling you up. And this is a golden light. This is a golden light coming up and filling up your being, all your chakras, giving you courage to move forward, to manifest your intentions, and release. Now we're going to bring in love. So breathe in love, and this is feeling like a soft pink color coming up through the core of the earth, coming up through your feet, all the way up through your chakras, all the cells of your being. I want you to just fill yourself up with love. Ah, good. All the way up past the head. And release. Good. Now trust. I want you to breathe into your body trust. And trust is coming through as this bold blue. And I want you to breathe in deep through the soles of your feet. This blue coming through all the way up past the head. And when you're ready, release. Oh, good. And just feeling that trust in every cell of your being. All the way through. Coming through is blue. Magnifying who you are, who you're meant to be. Highlighting your purpose. How you're serving humanity and serving your own life. Feeling the truth of that. Ooh. Now I want you to visualize your intention, and I want you to see yourself. Who have you become? See yourself with this intention already completed. Who did I need to become to manifest this? To heal this aspect of my life? To step into my power truly and fully? Good. And then bring that intention, bring it into your heart. And know that it is done. And what we're going to do, when you feel it in your heart, now I want you to set it free. Set it free across the oceans, across the earth. Just that vibration and energy. It's going out, out, out. Your intention is going out. Your intention is a prayer that is being answered by the universe as we speak. It is already done. Feel that. Trust. Trust in the universe. Trust in your path. That everything you have been, everything you have done into this moment has led you to this time and space, and it's divine and it's perfect. As you take another deep breath in through the soles of the feet, into your heart, and then release. And now saying goodbye to all the ancestors, the soul guides, light beings, ascended masters, Akashic lords, any goddesses, any animal spirits coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping us in this meditation and healing. May these beautiful souls manifest the life of their dreams, and may their intentions come to fruition in divine timing. And as you call your energy back to you, call your energy back. It could be like a golden ball, and I'm going to call my energy back to me. Good, Nadia. My energy back to you. And now you can slowly come back to this reality. Maybe start tapping your shoulders, moving your body, and stretch. Thank your soul for this time together. And thank you, everyone, for being here, for your contribution and love. Many blessings. for a beautiful day. Namaste.